Good morning and thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to The Extra. I'm Robert Chirabo Onyonyitono, but that is only in case you have just joined us, because every weekday we are here from 6:30, and what do we do best? You can't afford to miss, so make it a date with us tomorrow so that you start your day a very informed person, but also you start your day knowledgeable of any conversation worth discussing throughout the day, because we set the agenda, we set the pace, but also we keep you informed. Is it what happened in Parliament? Is it what happened in the House of Commons? Wherever it is, because we cover the entire globe in those few minutes, and also what is happening home. Now, in the Extra, which is an extension of Good Morning Uganda, we focus on issues of national concern, and usually I'll have a guest or two with whom we deliberate on the topic of the day. Now, this morning, you want to look at the plight of persons with disability that need brailles and white cane. Now, when we talk of brailles, we know that most of the people who can't see can read, but they have a particular way of reading, and they have particular handwriting, something, but I have an expert who will explain that better. And also we know that many walking, for them to detect properly where they are going, they use a white cane, and I'm sure you've seen many of them. But this time round, we want to look at the Uganda Society of Architects, who have organized a sports gala to fundraise for braillers and white cane. Now, with me on set, I have two guests that are fronting this initiative. Join me, welcome Joram Stowell Olor Jasranyi. I hope I pronounced the name right. Who is an architect.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you for hosting us here. I come from Institution of Designers, per se. Architects, Uganda Society of Architects was founded in 1966. To promote and maintain excellency in design environment, for example, buildings. And these buildings have to be inclusive in nature. What I mean by inclusive in nature is that each and everyone must be able to access and find their way through a building. That will include the blind, able to find their way without necessarily needing help or depending on other people. From that point of view, we are always cognizant of all kinds of people using the spaces we design. And we normally have a sports gala, annual sports gala, where we are able to have themes and promote certain things. For this year, we are promoting support or accessibility by the people with impairments, visual impairments, and also the deaf. And we are in partnership with UNAD, that is the Association for the Deaf, and UNAB, the Association for the Blind. And our theme is on fundraising for braillers and white canes. And this occasion is going to take place on the 1st of May at the International University of East Africa.
Well, thank you for that introduction, and of course, in depth of what actually is going to be transpiring. But just next to me, I have Rashid Katerega, who is an assistant coach at the International University of East Africa. Now, good morning.
Morning, sir.
And welcome to the show.
Thank you.
To begin with, how does the International University of East Africa come in the picture here?
International University of East Africa come in the picture, partnership with US, with this society to organize the gala. Mainly, the gala is to call upon different entities to come onto board, to come onto board. First and foremost, the gala main emphasis is to keep them fit, people are always in the offices. They don't get time to exercise themselves. Once they come together, it helps them to be fit. Apart from being fit, they also get friendship, and they are able to unite as Ugandans. Yeah.
Now, when we talk about, I'll go back to the architect. When we talk about this association coming up and saying, let's put our focus this year round on this, what prompted you?
Like I mentioned earlier, that we designed spaces, and these spaces are used by different people. And these include the visually impaired people. So we want to be able to promote their ability to use our designed spaces without necessarily having someone to lead them around. And that informed the reason as to why we are focusing on them. And also beyond that, we are people in a society. We are people, we are social beings. We have brothers, we have sisters, we have relatives, in-laws who are visually impaired, who are deaf, or have a certain form of disabilities. For us, since we work with the people and the public is our clientele, we had to be able to do something beyond. Beyond that also, we have social corporate responsibility towards the people, towards the community. And this year we felt that we should be able to identify with this group of people. Yes.
Now, you talked about the fundraising. How is this going to be done? Is it like we see the various runs, but this is a girl, of course, Coach will say more about that. But I'm asking, how are you planning to get the money for this noble cause?
Thank you very much. One of the ways that we are getting the money is to get sponsors. For example, now we have Jibu Water, we have Tire Express, we also have International University of East Africa that has come in to give us the venue. We have UNAD, and we have
quite a number.
We still have a number, and we're still calling out to people, individuals, institutions, professional bodies, government institutions that can be able to come and support. Now, we have invited different institutions, professional bodies, and agencies to be able to come with us. In our invitation, we have requested them to make some financial contribution, as well as put up a team that will come and compete in the competition games, the games that were prepared for competition. Yeah, that is very...
Okay, well, it is a noble cause, to be very honest. People with disabilities, actually, disability is not inability. No. The biggest challenge that our brothers and sisters, our children, our loved ones face is they lack the aiding tools for them to be able to function like we do, or more or less even better. Now, when you talk about a white cane, you've seen many disabled, I don't want to use the word disabled, many persons with disabilities that can't see, but when you give them a white cane, that's like the stick they use.
Yes.
They can better move.
Yes.
Some of them even don't require any assistance. I've known some that when they have a white cane, they don't require any assistance. They can move along. When you talk about brailles, reading, they cannot read a paper like I'm holding, what you've typed, but they have a certain way the braille machine makes the brailles, and they can feel, and you find that these ones are able to read properly and respond normally. So it is a noble cause that we join the Uganda Society of Architects as they move forward to enable this happen. Now, at the gala, Coach, what is going to be happening there? What have you organized?
We have a good pitch. We have organized football, sack race, bottle filling, and some few games which can be used by blind people. Yeah.
Okay, so we expect even the blind themselves
to participate
in the games.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Now, going back to architect, of late I'm seeing so much the corporate bodies, civil society organizations do this, some call it giving back, others it's a social responsibility.
Yes.
That even under our laws they are entitled, they must be doing, though many neglect to do it. Now, this is going to be the third
Yes.
of its kind. What has been the public response towards such?
The public has been very responsive, and they have demanded. So, for example, last year we were unable to hold a gala, but I can tell you, many people were inboxing us and sending us messages asking why we had not done a sports gala last year. The public is very positive about this, and they really want to give back support. And also, there is the element of, say, there's a statement I've read online that says sitting, the new smoking is sitting. Therefore, when you get off your work, you are not only giving back by way of fundraising, but also you are helping yourself as a person. That the effect of oversitting, sedentary life is not catching up with you. You are exercising, you are staying healthy in order to be able to deliver to the public and also support the public. So the public has been very responsive.
Very responsive indeed. Now, we are still talking about the Uganda Society of Architects that is organizing a sports gala to fundraise to ensure they are able to purchase braille machines and also white cane. These are to help persons with disabilities in terms of mobility, the blind, because they need these to read, and of course they need the cane to walk. So this is the call that we are making out there, that you can be part of this noble cause, to be part of this gala, to participate for your physique, for your body, for your health, but as well and most important is for that person who is unable to afford this. This brings me back to you, Joram.
Yeah.
Most of the times you participate in galas, you participate in runs, and we are told money is for this cause. But we do not have details how this is going to be spent, how the collection, where are you going to take it? I've been in a number of runs, and I think I'm getting to a level where I may not participate in more.
Okay.
Because, you know, yes, you buy kits, you give, it's what you, but the aftermath is what you don't know. And that's why many of these have now, we've accepted, let's just go and have fun. But yet at the backstop of it is an intention. Recently I was in one, and the rain blessed us, and actually it was all about going back to that kiddish life, running around, dancing around.
The only difference, you are not naked this time.
Not naked, and I was seeing many socialites there, selfies and all that. But if you ask even some of the participants, what cause are we running for, they would never know.
They never know.
And I don't want to say so, but I even believe maybe even some contributed to what we want to end. Okay. The activities thereafter. Some became very drunk, others and all that. So how are you going to channel what we collect? Just give us the way forward.
Well, those may have happened before, and maybe there was no feedback given to the people. But I believe all who organize these galas or runs have a cause and indeed meet the cause. The reason we have UNAD and UNAB, these associations for the deaf and the blind, is that they may be able to participate and partner with us and be able to see what comes out of this and be able to handle the end of it, of supporting the needy people that we have identified with in this. We have a budget, and a white cane is 100,000 each. A braille machine is actually 3.5, and this, yes, one machine. And we are working with these people. They are the ones who actually were able to help us identify the needs that they have and where we can chip in and be able to support them. So I can assure the public or the citizens that the cause shall be met. So long as God helps us, we are able to raise these funds that we are already in the process, that we are already seeing some responses from people. For example, the Tire Express people, the representative who came around, when he had the cause, was able to go and talk to his association. Is from the Indian community. He was able to talk to them, and they are willing, they're already contributing the white canes. So the management and delivery of this cause shall be possible. In our case, I speak for ourselves, because the people in need, the people who are able to receive, who are going to receive this, are actually part of the organization and the function. So 100% we are going to deliver, and we shall give feedback. What you raise is lack of feedback to the people. After the run, after the enjoyment, after the getting drunk and remembering the childhood memories, there's no one who goes back and tells you, well, we collected this and we are able to do this. But trust me, we have realized there's a gap there. We are going to be able to communicate to the people and tell them what we have been able to achieve in this run.
Well, communicate to the people and let them know what has been achieved. Many a times, yes, they will tell you collected this much, but thereafter, not that we give to follow, because I learned one thing: if you're giving, give unto the Lord.
Let not the left know.
But also, it's also important to see that, but if there was a purpose for this, has it been achieved anyway?
Yes,
if we were running to get brailers and white cane, have we gotten the brailers? Have they gone to the right people? Are they not out on market? Are they serving the poorest among the poor? And so really the spirit in which we went into this. Now here I want to bring in Coach. Sometimes the fun is so much and we lose focus.
True.
You know, at the end of the day, we don't take a message home. We don't take a message. How are you planning to ensure that much as there's a sack race, much as there's a soccer, much as there's bottle filling and whatever is going to be there, still people keep at the back of their mind that there is so much we still need to do. There are so many persons that need the white cane there. There are so many people living with a disability that are going to school and they don't have these materials. How are you going to ensure that we don't lose focus as we enjoy?
As we enjoy, we don't lose focus. That's why there are many entities, companies which are going to come up on board. So, because once those companies come on board, I hope they'll also be able to inform others, those who have not attended the occasions. Yeah. Yeah.
And coming back to you, Jerome. Oh, I must go for a very short break. And when I return, we'll still continue looking at more of what the Uganda Society of Architects is going to be holding and how best we can continue in the spirit of helping persons with disability get the gadgets that they need to perform to their fullest.
Studios income. Good morning, Uganda. Instant excitement. Game is now. You can join the 2000 Uganda now on www for a chance to win. What are you? Time anyone. The National Lottery. Live.
Welcome back, and thank you for being with us on UBC TV. It is the extra Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono, and with me I have architect Joram Stowell Olo Jasiranyi, who happens to be coming from the Uganda Society of Architects. Very interesting name there, but I'm good. I'm perfecting it. Yeah. Yes. It was a bit, but yes. Siran.
Yes.
Now, we are looking at the efforts by this society to ensure that they fundraise and are able to have something to persons that are blind, that have visual impairment, and they can fundraise for white canes and also braillers. Now, these are the machines from which we are able to get the brailles that these people use to read and live just like you would be living, who can see very well. So I also have Rashid Katerega, who is the assistant coach at the International University of East Africa, where this event is going to be taking place. Now, Joram, yes, coming to you, we are talking about persons with disability. This time you are concentrating on vision. Yes. If you are to look at, I know you do statistics and you do some research, how big is this problem?
Well, from what we have gathered from the previous census and the censuses before, we have over 2,000 people registered with this disability or impairedness. So looking at that number, and it's growing, and because if you look at the eye centers like Mengo, you look at the one Tororo, St. Anthony, that's where I come from, St. Benedictine, Tororo, where I come from, the numbers keep growing. And trust you me, also, when you look at small children now, when I was growing, very few children, say primary, were using glasses. But now you realize they are all using, majority of them are using glasses. This comes from these gadgets we use, and also the computers we work on, the shorter sight we are exposed to, less of long sight. So in the process, we lose our sight. It's not only people are already impaired right now, but it's also a threat to you and me. Because personally now I also have a glass, though I don't like it. Just because I work so much on the computer, and then I use these gadgets. So each and everyone is actually prone to these things. And in the years to come, the number is growing. The statistics shows the number is growing. They recorded over 2,000 is just but those on record. But those who are not on record are still outside there. So the number is actually big. That's why we thought we would be able to address and give them life independent and comfortable enough like any other normal person in the society.
There also comes in a problem of continuity.
Yes.
I'm happy this is the third time that the society is able to do this. But how do we ensure continuity, that maybe people who come to the gala, we can have a way of continuously assisting these areas, that it's not a one-off and we wait for another year? Do you have any plans of that kind?
Yes. First, lads, the young people. So we are already showing them the need that is in their country as they grow and become into adults, responsible adults. They know that there's need to identify with each and everyone and bring inclusivity in our day-to-day life. So we are very sure that what we are doing will have continuity. One, because of partnership. Two, because of introducing it to the students, the university level. And with that, continuity is assured. Yeah.
Now, coming to you, Rashid,
Yes.
when you talk about issues of disability,
Yes.
Joram said we are selected a university to bring this message to the students.
Yes.
I remember when I was at campus, issues of disability, and there's those that were doing certain specific courses,
Yes.
bachelors, but for some of us, that wasn't an issue. Now, how do we bring the young generation, how do we interest them regarding this reality that, hey, yes, these are people with us. More so, sometimes even at higher institutions of learning, there are very few. Many don't make it there.
True.
because of the challenges they go through. I don't remember in my mass communication class if we even had any with a disability. They are very, very rare because many don't make it there. So how are you creating this awareness?
This awareness, we are creating it because most of students who have at school, I believe they have their relatives who are blind, who cannot see, who have issues with their eyes, and they will act, they will inform, actually they will raise the umbrella, they will hold the umbrella for the university to go and help also their relatives, their parents, their cousins. They are messengers. Those students, they will be messengers, since they are also going to be participants to these events. Yeah.
Well, indeed, we hope that more get this awareness and are able to send the disability a message of how best we can give a hand, give a hand, give a hand. Coming back to you, Joram. So how does one participate?
Okay, that is a good one. One, the participation, the first year is by invitation. Yes. We have written to institutions, professional institutions or bodies. We have written to even government ministries. We have also done a publicity like this. You, the public or citizens watching us now or listening to us, by you watching us and listening to what we are saying, you have already been invited. There's no ticket at the entry at International University of East Africa that will say you have an entry ticket or fee you pay at the entrance. No. So long as you have heard us and you would like to be part of this, that we implore you to be part of, you are already invited, and that is how you will be able to participate. Free entry. Let's support our people. Let's support our nation.
Now, when you talk about free entry, you are again confused. We are looking for money to purchase this.
Yes.
We are not paying at the entrance. People are being invited to come. The math is not mathing.
I understand. That we have that under control. The math is not mathing when it's free entry, but there are items that we are going to be able to sell within there. There are, say, T-shirts, cups. There are different items. I cannot break them all now. Okay. There are caps. There are wares. There are bags. There are several things that have been designed to be able to raise money when you are there. But the first thing is we want you to be there, because you cannot buy when you are away. But once you are there, you are able to buy and contribute. And also the drinks and all these other things. The vendors who are going to be there, we have also, they have contributed to us. By you coming and supporting them, you are still supporting the cause.
Well, that is very important for you to note. This is all about fundraising, and it's a very important thing we are talking about, because we are talking about persons with disabilities who cannot see, who have issues with sight, and they need brailles if they are to write or to read. In school, we see many of these suffering. We are talking about the white cane in case they are to move, that they can have this assistance of the white cane so that they can move around. So it's a very noble cause for you to be part of it. And of course, that is the reason why you should make it to the venue. Come with something in your pocket so that you can. If a white cane is 100,000, therefore, if you can give us that, if you can purchase something, there is a disabled person out there who needs that white cane. Remember, most of these disabled persons, why I get very passionate, because I grew up seeing a number of them. And I don't know, I'm not God, his plans are different from us, but many of these were coming from very poor families. I don't know why. Many were coming from very poor families.
True.
And to them, a white cane is expensive. They have to give an arm and a leg to raise that. Many of these are not going to school because they can't read the way I read, the way you read. And therefore, you moving away from the comfort and coming and exercise as we support them is something I get passionate when talking about it. Then I go back to coach. This is the East International University of East Africa.
Yeah.
So this is along Gaba Road?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kansanga.
Kansanga. Is it this thing that where there used to be
Didi's
World?
World?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that is the place.
That is the place.
Saturday?
It is.
Is it? 1st May is.
1st May.
Is let me just confirm that.
Confirm the day.
Okay, well, as they look for the day, one thing I know is I'll be there personally to ensure that
It's a Thursday.
It is a Thursday.
It's a Thursday, weekday.
Yeah,
weekday, but it's a public holiday.
Public holiday.
1st May, Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Oh,
Yes. So we chose that so that people are able to participate as many as possible. Because it's a public holiday, people will be away from work. You are able to participate to that.
So please cancel going to the village that day. Most of the people, when you talk about public holidays, many think of running. Yet weekends, usually some are within, because they know 2 days and when. But good enough, it is a 1 day, so you won't say, I have to go to for this and then return this. So we are still here saying we should support persons with a disability. But I'm also interested in knowing, good, you're an architect.
Yes.
And when we look at the laws of Uganda that push for affirmative action, they require every building to ensure that persons with a disability can access it.
Yes.
Now, you're the people that design this. When I go to a number of places, private, public, persons with disabilities can hardly get there.
True.
Why do you design these structures well knowing that the law is against this? And you give us these plans, and of course they are passed, and you have these buildings.
Well, it's a hard one, but we are coming from a period where access was not inclusive in nature. And that's why you find most of the old buildings don't have this access for these people or facilities that enable them to get their way through the buildings. However, recently things have changed. Like you've said, laws have been enacted, and these laws are really working. They are actually, we are contravening to these laws. If you find most of the new design, unless otherwise, it is not done it's not contravening, complying, I mean. Most of them are able to take care of all needs, inclusive design, which is even a global agenda right now, that each and every building we design should be able to have element of inclusivity in it. So it's not a problem anymore to that extent that you think, because it's being addressed. And even the old buildings are undergoing retrofitting. Retrofitting is whereby this was lacking, and now we are putting there in place, especially public buildings, buildings that is accessed by the public, like public offices and all these buildings, malls and everything is supposed to have at least a ramp. I think you've seen ramps of recent. Yeah, we have lifts. You've seen lifts in a number of buildings. All those are geared towards inclusivity and accessibility for all. And also above that, I work with the National Building Review Board, a body responsible for regulating built environment. And we have accessibility standard. That standard is specifically for accessibility for all people. Therefore, the future is bright. Right now, things are changing, and we are getting there. And I would like to give an occurrence or an incident. The Salama School of Blind, there was a fire at Salama School of the Blind. That is in Mukono. And that is one of the reasons we are identifying with these people. When the fire erupted in their dormitory, there was a difficulty in children getting their way out of the dormitory.
Yes.
And that led to a lot of loss of life that shouldn't have been there had they been equipped with gadgets that would help them find their way out of the place. So such things happening have informed our practice as architects. And right now, beyond the law, the inclusivity spirit makes us do things beyond that. And I request the public to use professional people in the design of their building. Sometimes we have designs going outside there. Yes, it may have stamps of architects, registered architects, but the initial design was not done by architects. So certain of these things are skipped. And therefore, I implore the public to be able to employ professionals, the architects, the engineers, to do the right thing, to guide them and advise them on what to do with their developments. Thank you.
Well, I love the fact that you urge the public to use professionals. If there is a profession that has been infiltrated by many people, is the construction sector.
Oh, yes.
Away from ours, the journalism sector. Because you move around, someone is an engineer, someone is an architect. You want to begin constructing, someone just says, bring a pen, bring a piece of paper. Then they draw, this will be your kitchen, this will be the sitting room, measurements, and you construct a
building.
And you construct a building.
Yeah.
So you may not factor in all those.
Or you guys say, I want it like that one of Robert.
And then you have a young man who can be an engineer, he can be an architect, and you have your building done for you, actually. But of course, there are those that you'll miss out. Well, coming back to you, Rashid, what is your final message as we move out of here to Ugandans regarding this noble cause?
This noble cause, first and foremost, as a university, International University of East Africa, we don't just educate students, but we create partnership like this for Uganda Society of Architects to come on board, also to be part of this as a university. Yeah.
Okay. Joram, as we move out of here, your final message?
Well, architects don't only design spaces or buildings. Architects care for the users, the comfort and the ability to be independent while you're using these spaces. In other words, we consider inclusivity in all these things. We consider all sorts of users in the building, and we ensure that they are comfortable. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so very much. The Uganda Society of Architects, who are organizing a sports gala on the 1st May at the International University of East Africa. And this will aim at ensuring that they raise funds to buy braillers. Now, these are machines that are developed or are used to come up with the brailles that they use, and also the white cane. The white cane, we all know, it helps persons who have issues with the sight, and it helps them in mobility. That is the kind of a stick you see usually someone blind and trying to hit the floor. I don't know how it operates, but at least I know it can help them in their movement, where maybe they will require assistance or something. Remember, disability is not inability, but we can help these people, give them the gadgets that assist them work or do life the way we do it. Let's all join the cause. Let's be there and ensure that we make the world a better place for these brothers, these sisters, these relatives, these friends of ours. Have a lovely day. May the good Lord bless you. See you tomorrow, God willing.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Looking for instant excitement? The Uganda National Lottery Spin for Cash game is now available online. Wherever you are, you can join the excitement for just 500, 1,000 and 2,000 Uganda shillings. Don't miss out. Register now on www.national